Imagine a high-stakes poker game where the chips are billions of dollars, the players are entire countries, and the dealer? That's President Donald Trump, slapping tariffs left and right like he's rewriting the rules of global trade. It's April 2025, and Trump's tariff strategy is back in the spotlight. Bigger, bolder, and more divisive than ever. Is he a genius outsmarting the world, or is he risking it all? I'm diving deep into how Trump's tariffs work, what they mean, and here's the fun part. My take on whether this is a masterstroke or a massive gamble. Stick around because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's break it down. What are tariffs, and how does Trump use them? A tariff is like a tax the US slaps on goods coming from other countries. Think of it as a toll booth at the border. Want to sell your cars or smartphones here? Pay up. In April 2025, Trump rolled out a blanket 10% tariff on all imports to the US, but that's just the baseline. He's gone harder on specific countries, like China, where tariffs spiked to a jaw-dropping 125% on their goods. Canada and Mexico, they're facing 25% on cars and parts unless they bend to Trump's trade demands. Here's how he does it. Trump uses executive powers to impose these tariffs, often bypassing Congress, citing national security or economic fairness. He picks targets based on trade deficits, when we buy more from a country than they buy from us, or to pressure countries into deals. For example, he's demanded Canada and Mexico crack down on Chinese goods sneaking through their borders, or else those tariffs stay. It's like Trump's holding a giant economic stick, waving it at the world saying, play by my rules, or pay the price. But there's a twist, he's also shown he can pull back. On April 9th, he paused those crazy high reciprocal tariffs on most countries for 90 days, dropping them to 10%, except for China, which he doubled down on. It's a classic Trump move: hit hard, then dangle a carrot to keep everyone guessing. So, what's Trump's game plan? From my perspective, it's a mix of economic chess and pure showmanship. First, he's betting tariffs will bring manufacturing back to America. The logic? Make foreign goods so expensive that companies have no choice but to build factories here. He's pointed to the United Auto Workers cheering his 25% auto tariffs as proof it's working. More jobs for American workers. Second, it's about leverage. Trump's tariffs are like a negotiation hammer. He's not just taxing goods, he's pressuring countries to cut better trade deals, open their markets, or stop practices like China's alleged intellectual property theft. It's why he's hit China hardest. He sees them as the biggest rival in this global trade showdown. Third, and this is where it gets spicy, tariffs are a cash grab. They generate billions for the US Treasury, which Trump could use to fund tax cuts or infrastructure without raising domestic taxes. Genius, right? Well, not so fast. Critics say this only works if other countries don't hit back, and spoiler alert, they are. China's slapped 84% tariffs on US goods, Canada's targeting $100 billion of our exports, and the EU's eyeing Republican states with 21 billion euros in levies. It's a trade war cage match, and Trump's betting he can take the punches better than anyone else. Okay, time for my 2 cents, and I promise to keep it real. I think Trump's tariff strategy is a bold, high-risk move that's equal parts brilliant and terrifying. On one hand, I get why he's doing it. The US has been bleeding manufacturing jobs for decades, and countries like China have played hardball with trade rules. Tariffs could force companies to rethink supply chains and maybe bring some factories home. I love the idea of more Made in USA labels, and Trump's unpredictable style keeps other countries on their toes. It's like he's playing 4D chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. But here's where I get nervous. Tariffs aren't a magic wand. They make everything more expensive. Your phone, your car, even your groceries. I checked my own budget, and if prices keep climbing, I'm cutting back on takeout, and that's a tragedy. Economists warn we could see inflation spike or even a recession if this trade war drags on. And don't forget the collateral damage. American farmers and exporters are getting hammered by retaliation. I live near a farming community, and folks there are worried sick about losing markets overseas. From where I stand, Trump's strategy only works if he can strong-arm countries into deals fast, before the pain hits American wallets too hard. He's got the confidence, no doubt, but confidence alone doesn't pay the bills. It's like betting your house on a single poker hand, win big or lose everything. So where does this leave us? Trump's tariffs are reshaping the world as we speak. If he wins, we could see a manufacturing boom and stronger US trade deals. If he loses, We're looking at pricier goods, job losses, and maybe even a fractured global economy. China's digging in, Europe's pushing back, and smaller countries are caught in the middle. The next 90 days, Trump's tariff pause window, are make or break. This isn't just about economics, it's about power, pride, and who gets to call the shots in the 21st century. My take? I'm rooting for a win, but I'm bracing for a bumpy ride. What about you? Are you Team Trump on tariffs, or do you think this is a global train wreck waiting to happen? That's my deep dive into Trump's tariff strategy, how he's playing the game and what it means for all of us. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, I read them all. And subscribe so you don't miss what happens next in this trade war saga. Is Trump a trade war titan or in over his head? Let's keep the conversation going. Catch you in the next one.